What? Hello and welcome back after a long off season to the Sportscast NFL 2021 season weekly picks. I am here with George, my co-host. How you doing?
Yo, what is going on, Scott Sportscast Nation? Football's finally back. We're glad to be back. We're ready to make some picks. We're ready to break these games down the best we can and give you the best advice each week.
Back. So for all you guys out there, like to get a little wild, bet a little something. Hopefully we'll bring you some good fortune here. But as always, we will be playing against each other head to head all season. So whoever gets the most games right will win a prize. I will be to be determined here. So without further ado, I think it's time that we get into our first game of the NFL season. Oh, and it should be a good one. We got the defending Super Bowl champion, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, down there, Florida, the Buccaneers, Tom Brady, taking on Dak Prescott. We have not seen in a long time after a bad injury. Most people wouldn't walk again. So Dak's over here back for the first time ever from that kind of devastation. So we're going to see how he does. Him and them boys down there, good old Texas, Jerry Jones and those Cowboys. What are you thinking?
First and foremost, and always, Dallas sucks. Now that we move past that, I think that the Cowboys defense is a little shaky. I don't think that they've done much throughout the offseason to really boost that defense. So I think this Tampa Bay offense is just gonna put points on the board. I think it's gonna be big time victory. I think like 33-21 Buccaneers.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to second the motion on this one. As much as the Cowboys, seem like they improve or get better or get this guy back, they're just always the Cowboys, man. It's like my Bears. They're just always the Bears. Nothing you do is going to change that. So, all right. So I'm going to have to take the Buccaneers winning pretty good on this one. Season opener, all the illegal practices they were having together. I think all that stuff's going to pay off. And AB is going to be there for a full year this year. Leonard Fournette's back, healthy. Who's their other running back? Ronald Jones, right? He had a heck of a year last year, so we'll see if he can continue the trend with that. Then you still got Godwin, Gronk, OJ Howard. Dude, that team's too stacked.
Mike Evans.
Yeah, Mike Evans. The list goes on. So give me the Bucs winning score of 31-17.
Yes.
All right, so let's check out our next game here. We're gonna move on to Sunday now, where we got the Jaguars, the debut of the regular season, first NFL start for Trevor Lawrence. Went over and shipped Gardner Minshew, the jort wearing sensation. He's over there in Philly now, city of brotherly love, mustache. So, what how you seeing this game here?
Oh, division game, so that means it can go either way. You got a rookie quarterback looking to come into the league and show why he was the number one pick against a division rival. So that's going to make for a good storyline. I think the Texans improved their defense a little bit, but how are they going to look without Deshaun Watson? Tyrod Taylor, pretty good quarterback, but is he going to be able to flash the way that they need him to in the big moments? So
Yeah.
tough call right here. This one's a coin flip for me. I'm gonna take Houston just because of Tyrod. I think he gets it done late in the fourth quarter. Well, Trevor Lawrence kind of falls off a little bit in that fourth quarter. Give me a score, 27-24, Houston.
All right. Okay. Man, yeah. No Deshaun Watson. He's done pretty much for the year. So it's gonna be Tyrod taking over that team right now. And I'm okay with Tyrod taking over. He's no Deshaun Watson when it comes to the arm talent or the foot talent, but what he does do is make good decisions with the football. This guy doesn't he's not a turnover machine, you know? So he's going to be able to manage the game pretty well. How explosive and how dynamic is he going to be? That's the question right there. Is can he be Tyrod Taylor of early, or is he just going to be a game manager? You know. On the other hand, you got the young guy who's got something to prove, right? You got Trevor Lawrence coming out there with some weapons finally. The Jaguars have weapons. They haven't had someone to put it all together. You know, Gardner was close. He's like Mitchell Trubisky in that sense. Like, he saw it and it just was never able to hit that next gear. So Trevor Lawrence, maybe that's a guy who can find the next gear for the Jaguars. You still got Robinson that you can lean on there at the running back position if you're the Jaguars who went bananas last year. So Jaguars defense is always pretty solid. So it's just going to be more a matter of which offense can really keep that time of possession and that ball rolling. And, due to a better running game and ground and pound, I think Trevor Lawrence might be able to squeak out his first win as a rookie, his first game here with a score of 21-17. All right, so let's move on to our next game here. We have the formerly known as San Diego Superchargers, now the Los Angeles Chargers, taking on the Washington football team. Pretty interesting matchup right here, if I do say so myself. This one should be a pretty good game. You got Justin Herbert, who was coming off his rookie season, who at times looked like a baby Peyton Manning and at times looked like a baby Eli Manning. So, it's yet to be determined on his team, but it was more like whenever his team wasn't playing well, it affected him. So, but at times he was able to elevate it. On the other hand, you got Ryan Fitzmagic coming in, taking over that starting quarterback role there, giving him the keys. And Rivera, going to be interesting to see what they do there. What is it, McLaren?
Yeah.
McCarron. Yeah, he that guy's a explosive receiver. They got some great backs out there. Washington football team, good defense. So it's going to be interesting to see how they all put it together. We remember Ryan Fitzpatrick. He was like, he had a winning record and they still benched him for Tua. So I think he's also one of those guys with the chip that's got something to prove, like he still belongs. So but I think if you go overall complete team, I think you got to go with the Chargers winning this one. I think it's going to be close. Maybe even come down to a game-winning field goal. So give me the Chargers winning 24-21.
Yeah, this one's going to be pretty good matchup. You got an explosive offense versus an explosive defense. Chargers, they can put up points in a hurry, but they somehow find ways to lose games. So I wonder if this year they're going to be able to turn that around and start winning those close games instead of losing those close ones. But I think that they got enough to get it done because I'm not the biggest fan of Ryan Fitzpatrick. He has his moments, but he's inconsistent. And coming on with yet another new team takes time to develop that chemistry and everything. So we'll see if it's there. I don't think it'll be there yet. So I'm gonna go with the guys that have the chemistry with Keenan Allen, Austin Eckler, Justin Herbert, those guys. So give me the Chargers winning 24-17.
Very nice. Yeah, I feel with the Washington football team, what's going to happen is either they're going to start hot early and fizzle out, or they're going to struggle at first while they figure it out and then catch their stride, in the middle to the end of the season, maybe even push the division, for that division title. So I just think it's going to take a little bit of time. So yeah, week one, I think it's safe to say that the Chargers' chemistry is going to be a big advantage in that game. All right. So our next game, we got them Sea Chickens, the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Indianapolis Horses, the Colts. So interesting matchup here. Two really solid built teams, built with solid defenses and some very capable offenses. I can tell you which one's a little healthier, and I think that that's probably going to be the deciding factor in this one. But you have Russell Wilson, DK Metcalf, Carson, all the boys returning, Tyler Lockett. So you got Russell Wilson and the boys, Bobby Wagner patrolling the middle of that defense. That's some serious power that the Seattle Seahawks got, and I think with being able to scout and really prepare all off season pretty much for the Colts, that might smell some trouble for the newly acquired quarterback and face of the franchise, Carson Wentz, for the Colts. So first practice, basically, like first week of practice, this guy breaks his foot, some kind of fluke injury, gets surgery, supposed to be out like 5 to 12 weeks. All right. Damn. That's crushing. This dude's back like three weeks practicing. In the same week, they lose Quentin Nelson to a same kind of fluke foot injury. Same doctor does the surgery, back in 3 weeks practicing. Like they're not even supposed to walk on it for a week after that kind of surgery. So
good surgeon right there.
Yeah. Hands of
That
God.
guy,
Hands of God is this dude's nickname because everything this dude touches is a miracle. But they're already back. So my concern is how mobile and how confident are they going to be on those? You got your best offensive lineman, your starting quarterback, hopefully without doubt in their mind every time that they take a snap, right? So, and whenever you have an experienced defense coming at you, like the Seattle Seahawks, and that's going to make it tough. No, I believe T.Y. Hilton's out with neck surgery, right? For like
yeah, he's
six
out.
weeks. So you lost your best weapon right there off top. Now you got to rely on the young guys like Pascal um, and some of the other ones. You got good running backs there with you know, so I still got to give the edge to the Seattle Seahawks though. Um, I just think that they're healthier and they're a little more experienced together. Like you said in the last matchup, the chemistry's there. So I think that this one's gonna look a little more lopsided than the game entails. So give me the score of 28-17 for the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, I'm taking the Seahawks in this one too, but for one simple reason. Carson Wentz can't beat the Seattle Seahawks. Let's get real.
Yeah.
To him every single time, and it's just going to be another one of those cases. And I don't think his backup will have what it takes to beat that Seattle defense. So give me Seattle winning this one. Give me a score of 27, 27-18. We got a
Okay.
weird number.
Yeah, safety in there somewhere or something, right?
Yeah, we got a miss field goal or something.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of saving that for this next game because it seems like the game that would happen, right? We got the Jets taking on the Panthers. So if there's going to be some kind of special teams debauchery, probably this game. All right. So we got the new face of the franchise. We're going to be hearing that quite a bit today. Zach Wilson for the New York, and my cat just tried to jump off the couch onto the desk and missed. So uh, maybe next time. But yeah, so Zach Wilson taking over the team. Jets made some good moves off season. Seems like they always make good moves, but for some reason they just can't figure it out. All right. Like, I mean, they had Joe Flacco at one point, Tim Tebow. They had their best success whenever Mark Sanchez was there. So to me, it doesn't even seem like it's the quarterback position necessarily. I think it's just the entire team, you know, like the 52 other guys. Uh, so I wonder if Zach Wilson will be able to help kind of change that momentum and that vibe. He's a young, athletic, spry, young buck. So we'll see what he can do. But over here, we got the Carolina Panthers, right? Going through some changes as well. Last year, they lost my first round fantasy pick all year, Christian McCaffrey. Right? So Christian McCaffrey ended up becoming healthy again. So he's ready to go this season. All right. Then you have a bunch of good receivers on that Carolina core as well. You have Robbie Anderson. So that guy is just a go up and get it guy. You also got Davis. I believe, and wait, did Mike Davis go to another team?
I
I think he did.
I think he did.
Yeah. So yeah, expect Christian McCaffrey to get the whole load. I mean, which is rightfully so. That guy deserves 90 touches a game. uh, 60 on the ground and 30 passing. So, I mean, the Jets have to prove to me that I can pick them, right? Because how many games they win last season?
How many?
I don't. Yeah, I could count them on like 3 fingers, you know. So I have to go with the team that's, you know, doing it. So yeah, I'm sorry, Jets, but it's still going to be a long season for you. So who do you got in this game?
Did you have a score?
Oh yeah, score. A lot to a little, sure. Uh, there's going to be some debauchery. So give me a score of 9-24.
All right. And you're taking
Oh, not the Jets. I'll try to scroll back up to it here. My thing is slow. All those storms on the East Coast are affecting my Wi-Fi on the West Coast here.
so
Oh,
you're taking
yeah,
the Panthers.
the Panthers. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm also taking the Panthers. I think Sam Darnold,
Yeah.
revenge game. He's gonna show that he wasn't the problem in New York, even though he probably was. He's gonna come out and have that revenge game and go off. And then Christian McCaffrey is gonna be a coming out party for him. He's ready to go. So give me Carolina 31-10.
All right. Yeah, I mean Zach Wilson goes out there and throws three tutties in the first half. Man, I think everyone's gonna lose their shit. So.
Or he can go out there and throw 3 interceptions in the first half.
In the first quarter, and 1 interception, 1 fumble in the first half. And it's gonna be that first half's gonna tell a lot, and that second half's gonna tell the story. So the season. All right, so let's move on to our next game. We got the Vikings taking on the Bengals here. Vikings. Let's see. Let's see what happens with the Vikings. I mean, they're the same Vikings, right? You got Adam Thielen. You got Justin Jefferson, who had an explosive season last year. Let's see how he does. See if he can keep that same level of production. But then when you have to pay a lot of attention to Adam Thielen as well, that opens you up. You just got to be open and make your plays. So their offense, they're going to be airing that ball out. You got Dalvin Cook still there on the ground, going to be pounding the rock, catching it through the air. So one of the best all-around backs in the league. And then you move over to the Bengals. All right. Joey B out all year last year with that gruesome leg injury. How confident is he going to be whenever he drops back and that horrific offensive line is not able to protect him again? And those defenders are falling down at his ankles. All right. Is he going to be too nervous to step up into the pocket and deliver? And what about his receiver? I forget the guy's name. He was their number 1 pick, a receiver. And he's out there saying that the NFL ball is harder to catch than the NCAA ball, harder to see and everything. I was like, what? I've never heard that from a receiver. So I guess he's been dropping a lot of passes in practice and stuff. So, kind of a confidence thing, right?
Yeah.
So, Joe Mixon's gonna, still be Joe Mixon. That guy just runs through walls. That's what he does. but I don't see the Bengals being able to keep up with the Vikings in this one. So give me the Vikings just completely blowing the doors off of them here. Let's go 34 to 17.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Vikings. I got that explosive, firepower on offense, and I just don't think that Joe Burrow is ready to play yet. I think he hasn't played any preseason games, been out for a long time. This will be his first NFL snaps in a long time, so I think he'll come out a little rusty. But yeah, I think he'll be able to do a few things. I just don't think he'll be able to do enough to get the win. So I'm taking Minnesota Vikings 28-21.
Yeah, makes sense. You know, it's almost like the Jets. Show me, show me that I can rely on you,
Yeah.
and then I'll be more less hesitant. But all right, so our next game, this should be a good game. Two teams that if you were asked about 5, 10 years ago, no one give a damn about. So you got the Cardinals and the Titans. Derrick Henry. Been a long time since he's got to eat. And for these defenders, it's been a long time since they had to step up and tackle a dude like Derrick Henry. So I see Derrick Henry being able to get a few hundred yards in this game, a couple touchdowns and some souls. All right, Cardinals, though, interesting team, right? Got guys like Christian Jones, Buda Baker on the back end. We're just doing some good things, right? And then you got the guys on the offense, one of the best receivers in football since Megatron left, DeAndre Hopkins out there. And then you just add some more depth at that running back position. Your backup, James Conner, who went bananas after Le'Veon Bell left in Pittsburgh. So Kyler Murray out there running and throwing that ball all over the yard. So, okay, this is going to be an interesting game. Delaney Walker and Ryan Tannehill, A.J. Brown, they're all going to get out there and get after it. So, but I think you're going to have to rely on the possession, right? And how do you possess the football? Like getting first down. What's the best way to get first down? Usually with a nice 3-4 yard run, right? So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the Titans. I just think their defense is a little more solidified, and they were right there on the cusp of doing something great last year. So I think that they're going to be hungry to pick up right where they left off. So give me the Titans winning this one in a shootout. Give me 30, 31-28 for the Titans.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to disagree on that one. I think that the Arizona Cardinals have pretty good defense now. They added some pieces. I think that their defense is going to be better than Tennessee's defense. I like Derrick Henry in this one. I think he's going to have a good game, but I think that it's going to be more of the Arizona Cardinals implementing their offense. They got their weapons, so let me take the Cardinals 20, or let's go 30-27.
Okay. Okay, I like
Close
it.
game.
I like it. Spit all over my pick, but whatever. I'm a big boy. I can take it. All right. So let's move on to our next game here, which I don't think we're gonna have too much of a disagreement on, but we might. You never know. We got the 49ers. Bang bang Niner gang. What it do? Just because Niners fans are extra. Taking on the Detroit Lions down there in the Motor City. Dan Campbell, the new coach, new quarterback in the building. You got Jared Goff. Traded spots with Matthew Stafford over there in Los Angeles. So fresh start for both these quarterbacks, which hey, at this point of both of their careers, I don't think it's a bad thing. Matthew Stafford's been with the Detroit Lions for what, like 17 years? About time for it's new scenery. You haven't had a winning season since I don't know when. Megatron was still playing. And then you got the Niners, who are like the Bears. You got a problem with quarterbacks. You got two really talented rookies sitting right behind these two savvy vets. So everyone, as soon as Jimmy Garoppolo makes a bad play, is gonna be chanting, Trey Lance, Trey Lance, Trey Lance, right? And every time Jimmy throws a touchdown, they're gonna be like, Trey who? I don't know. So that's good problems to have over there if you're the Niners, though. So I just don't trust that Lions defense. That's my whole concern. No matter if they put talent, it just seems like they're never in the right position, right, to succeed. So DeAndre Swift's taking over the load on offense pretty much for the first running back carries. Yeah, I gotta go with the Niners in this one. I just they got Ayuk, they got Kittle, they got a defense, they got a slew of running backs. Yeah, I'm gonna go Niners in this one. 24-17.
Yeah, I'm a take the Niners as well. I think that they're just a better team. They got more talent. They got better quarterback, better running backs. So I'm taking the Niners, and I'm gonna take, let's see, let's go 28-14.
Okay. 28-14. All right. This next game, this could be game of the week right here. You got a healthy Big Ben and the Steelers. Slim down Big Ben, so I guess he's just Ben now.
Just Ben.
Keto Ben. And taking on probably one of the top 4 teams this year, the Buffalo Bills. Ooh, that's going to be a good game. So you got Josh Allen, or Mitchell Trubisky. No, I think they're gonna play Josh Allen. All that money they just paid him. So you got Josh Allen in the gang, Singletary, Sammy Watkins. Or no, wait, no, he went over to the Chiefs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who did they pick up?
Emmanuel Sanders.
Emmanuel Sanders. Yeah. So solid receiver. I don't know why he wasn't utilized as much as he should have been in New Orleans, but man, that's a good receiver right there. Yeah, Bills crazy defense, Bills Mafia up there going nuts. Steelers, I mean, Juju, kind of shaky last year a little bit. Seemed like he was hot or cold. Claypool came on and started doing really impressive things. So will he have that same kind of look this year now that everyone scouted him and kind of got a feel for him? Uh, I think I gotta go with the Bills in this one. Josh Allen's gonna be slinging that rock all over. So give me the Bills winning, including a special teams touchdown. All right, for the Buffalo Bills. Let's go with a score of 31-21.
Yeah, this one's gonna be a close game. Big Ben's back, so all of those receivers should be back to form. Um, Man, this one's tough, but I think that the Bills have a better defense, and I think that they're gonna come out wanting that victory a little bit more. So give me the Bills 28-24. Yeah.
I think that's one of those games this week where home field advantage is really going to matter.
Yeah.
So you out there, nothing but white and blue jerseys, you know. All right. So let's get on to some real football here. Your Philadelphia Eagles taking on the other birds, the Atlanta Falcons. Your thoughts?
This one's a toss-up. Eagles looking like their defense is gonna be all right. And then they got Jalen Hurts there at quarterback, picked up Devontae Smith in the draft. So there's some excitement about a young receiver core, but they're unproven. You never know if they can go off or not until they get on the field and actually do it. But Atlanta, they don't really impress me as much either. They lost Julio Jones, so now they just have Calvin Ridley, Mohamed Sanu. And so let's see. Who do they got at running back? Is that where Mike Davis went?
I think it is.
So there's an upgrade there.
I mean, Todd Gurley was not cutting it last year.
I think the Eagles with the new coach, new scheme, nobody really knows what to expect from them. I think they can squeak by with the victory. Give me a score of 21-17.
All right. Who's your guys' starting corners right now?
Steven Nelson and Darius Slay.
Darius Slay will be on Calvin Ridley, which I don't think that's going to be enough. You're going to need safety help because Calvin Ridley is a freaking animal. All right. If you could somewhat slow him down, you'll have a shot. All right. How old is Matt Ryan's arm getting? You know, is he like these other quarterbacks where it doesn't matter, you can play till you're 50? Or is he one of those guys like Drew Brees where it's like every year it's just getting exponentially harder, right? To me, it seems like it's getting harder. Atlanta's defense has always been the kryptonite, right? It doesn't matter if they score 31 points, the other team scores 34. I think this is going to be the case in this game as well. Both teams aren't going to have much to say defensively, but both teams are going to, you know, put together some scoring drives. So give me the Falcons winning this game. Late field goal. 31-28. Maybe even the first overtime game of the season. All right. So with that game, let's move on to All right, this could be game of the week. You got the Browns taking on the defending Super Bowl runner-ups, Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. The Browns are looking good, looking dangerous. Odell looking back to form, making one-handed catches again here in the preseason. I believe Jarvis Landry's still there, running the show on the receiver spot. Nick Chubb, all that dude does is get yards. So I mean, that's a potent offense. Myles Garrett, another year experience in that defense, being the true leader of it. But it's the Kansas City Chiefs. You got the best receivers in the game. One of the best lines in the game. Working behind a quarterback who makes some really good decisions. That's a dangerous team. And you got Tyreek Hill, who wants to race Usain Bolt. You got Travis Kelce, number 1 tight end in the league, bar none. And then you got your running back, who LaShawn McCoy, Edwards Hilaire. That's just tough. They're going to put up points behind that scheme that Andy Reid has. So it's going to come down to the defenses. I feel the Browns have a better defense, but the Chiefs offense still overpowers it. So give me a close game, high scoring game. Game winning field goal for the Chiefs, 38-35.
Yeah, I gotta take the Chiefs in this one. That offense is hard for any team to stop for 4 quarters. I think they just outscore them. Give me a score of 34-31.
Nice. And I mean, it's just that chemistry. That team, they're in their third year together.
Yeah.
So it's they know each other too well. That's why they're always connecting. So our next game, I mean, if there wasn't a retirement at the end of last year, this could have been one of the other games of the week. You got Aaron Rodgers coming back to the Green Bay Packers after a whole season of drama and controversy. Airing out some dirty laundry. All right. So you got the Packers taking on the New Orleans Saints with the new offensive person taking over. Jameis Winston, Mr. 30 for 30, and I'm not talking about a magazine. I'm talking an interception touchdown ratio. Went fixed, got some eye surgery, started lighting some stuff up. He did that whole little quarterback camp, university thing. Looking real good. And then for some reason, it didn't seem like it was translating onto the field until later in the preseason, whenever he just started lighting it up, like 3 touchdowns in the first quarter. So I think the Saints found their guy. But how consistent is he going to be is going to be the question. When you're going against Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams, and then you're going to, throw in a little Aaron Jones in there, your defense got to be on their P's and Q's. So it's going to be, is the Saints offense with Alvin Kamara, Winston, Taysom Hill, no Mike Thomas, right?
No Mike Thomas.
So that's going to hurt them. Um, you know, you got to prove it to me. So you got to go with one of the final four last year with the Green Bay Packers in this one, as much as I don't want to. So give me a score of 34 to 24.
Yeah, I'm taking the Packers in this one too. I think they just got too many weapons. I think they're motivated to get back to the playoffs, and I think New Orleans is going to start out a little slow and then catch that fire later on in the season. So I think the Green Bay Packers win an early one, and they get it done. Let's say 31-21.
All right. All right. Next up, we got the Mile High Broncos taking on the New York Giants. Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley making his comeback. You got Shepard, I believe, still there. The Giants, to me, I feel haven't made too many moves that improve their team as of late. All right. I mean, they just keep getting people, but I just feel like they're just getting people. They're not getting players. So, on the other hand, Vic Fangio goes over to the Buccaneers as the head, or the Broncos as the head coach, and then all of a sudden, you start seeing that culture change. Defense, 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 loading up. Right. You got Kyle Fuller over there. They just added another corner to be on the other side of him. Got some pass rush, good front seven there, right? So you have the defense, but now you have a more confident, more capable Drew Lock running that offense. Don't be surprised if you see Cam Newton end up as a Bronco. All right. So what was surprising to me was Lockman, I believe Lockman winning that out. So, oh no, I'm sorry, Bridgewater, Lock. So Bridgewater came over and took that job, and then you got Cortland Sutton, right, and Judy on the other side of who they're going to be eaten if Bridgewater's out there making good decisions with a little bit of time in the pocket. So give me the Broncos getting the win here. Ugly game. Give me a score of 17-12.
Yeah, I can't pick the Giants to win. I think that they're probably going to be one of the worst teams in the league this year. I don't think Saquon can save them from a bad record. So I think Broncos defense is pretty good, and they got a couple weapons on offense. So I see him getting it done. Let's say 21-14.
Very nice. All right. So we have the Dolphins taking on the new Mac Jones era Patriots. You have Tua versus Mac. All right. Battle of the three-letter first names. This is going to be an interesting one, man. That Dolphins defense is hot. I like watching them play. They are fast. They are aggressive. They are unpredictable. That is how you play defense right there. That's how you get takeaways, create confusion and chaos, and thrive in it. That's what the Dolphins defense is doing. Their offense, however, hot or cold, right? Like either it seems like they're out there putting up, 30 points, or they're up there, putting up 10 points. So I think it's going to come down to a matter of the Dolphins staying healthy, where they could, and Tua taking that next step in order for them to grow. But that Patriots defense, sound, right? I mean, no, what was it, Stephon Gilmore, who's
Yeah.
out right now? Yeah. So I mean, I still think that they'll be okay. Next man up. That's their whole gimmick, right? And then, I mean, who's the toughest receiver you got to guard, right? Like Devontae Parker. So I think they're going to be okay. Give me Mac Jones getting his first win here, using that photographic memory, memorizing plays. You know, all he has to do is make the throw. So give me Mac Jones in a Dinkin Duncan vintage New England Patriots win 27-26.
All right, I'm gonna have to take the Dolphins in this one. I think Tua finds a way to light it up. I feel like the Patriots defense might suffer a little bit more this year. They had a good year last year, but I think that they'll be a little bit more exposed. A division game, so crazy things happen, and I think that the Dolphins are just gonna end up taking this one. Give me a score of 27-21.
I'm gonna put a little asterisk next to this one, and I believe that this one's gonna have a defensive touchdown. All right, so let's move on to the game that I'm most interested to see Sunday night. We got the new look Chicago Bears taking on the new look Los Angeles Rams in what should be, who knows, of a game. This game, a lot of moving pieces on both parts. Both teams got new quarterbacks running the offense. You're two interceptions in the first half away from seeing Justin Fields take the field. Aaron Donald's going to be getting after Andy Dalton, and as we all know, Dalton is not very mobile. So expect Aaron Donald to get a lot of pressure. If Andy Dalton is in the game, behind that Bears offensive line, I have to pick the Rams to win this game. If for some reason Justin Fields comes in, he is able to extend plays, read the defense, make good decisions, and make the throw, right? So I want to have all the faith in Andy Dalton, but this is a tall order to come out behind that offensive line against this front seven of the Los Angeles Rams. So give me the Rams winning this one. Probably not even going to be good. It's probably going to be something like 28-17.
Yeah, so I pretty much had the same score, except I had mine 27-14.
I mean, we got Carlos Santos, man. That guy can bang 50-yarder field goals, so I think he can hit one or two of them, from 40 out.
Yeah, I just don't trust Andy Dalton at all to move that ball.
Yeah, like we've seen in
Can't trust him to make the
preseason.
right decisions. We've seen him in the Cowboys. We've seen him in the Bengals. Now we're going to see him in the Bears, and we don't need to see him in the Bears. We need to see Justin Fields. So hopefully Justin Fields comes out. So we'll see, but I got to take the Rams on this one.
Yeah, until they want to start acting like a team and play their best players. That's something us Bears fans got to live with for long. We've been living with for a long time. So what's one more season, right? All right. So that brings us to our final game of the week. We have the Raiders taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson. No Dobbins. But who do they go out and pick up? LaShawn McCoy, right?
Nah, Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Le'Veon Bell, even better. So I think they're going to be okay there, right? It would have been nice to see Dobbins out there, but you pretty much have everyone returning on the Ravens. So I expected to see pretty much the same out of the Ravens. The Raiders, however, the owner just buys like a big old couple $1 million home, right? And they're under tax investigation right now. And if you ask Wesley Snipes, the IRS don't play. All right, that they don't care if you're Blade. So if Marvel superheroes are not safe from the IRS, I don't think the Raiders are either. I think that they had a lot going on. They didn't get a lot done this offseason. So give me the Ravens putting a pound in here on Henry Ruggs and the Raiders here. Probably something like 28. 28-21.
Yeah, I gotta
I
take
think
the
it's going to be a
Ravens.
garbage time touchdown, though.
Yeah, I gotta take the Ravens in this one. I just don't think Carr is gonna be able to get it done as usual. So let's take the Ravens. Lamar Jackson running all over them. Let's say 31-24.
Very nice. I mean, we got some interesting games this week. So
A lot of toss-ups.
a lot of toss-ups. So let's start with what do you think the game of the week's gonna be?
Probably Pittsburgh Buffalo.
That's gonna be a really good game. Green Bay, New Orleans will probably be a really good game to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of these games seem straightforward, and some of these games seem like, okay, here we go. These division games, like the Patriots, Dolphins, that'll be
Who's
another
your
really
who's
good
your
game.
lock of the week?
My lock of the week. I think I'm gonna have to go with the Carolina Panthers beating the Jets.
I'm gonna have to go with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking out the Cowboys.
I like it. I like it.
And then who's your upset of the week?
You know, a lot of these games don't feel like there's going to be too many upsets, right? But I feel like there's one that could actually be a really good upset. And that's if the red rifle comes out, guns blazing, and starts lighting up. That Bears offense holds up, right? I think that the Bears could make a statement this game with Andy Dalton saying, hey, this is why Justin Fields ain't ready yet, because Dalton got this. That's a stretch. But I think the Bears could be the upset of the week.
I think Cleveland could be an upset of the week. They might be able to take out the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, that could definitely be a good one. Yeah, so I mean, Steelers could upset Buffalo. So there's some good games. But I think we're going to learn a lot this first week. I think every game is going to be important to see what kind of the direction everyone's heading, and to see what needs to be done to, you know, kind of improve that. Who's going to make those adjustments? Who's not? So everybody's team feels like they're going to have a great season and win the Super Bowl for the most part. You know,
Everybody's
one.
upset with week one.
Everyone got that game plan, right?
Everyone's undefeated.
How you catch that overhand right on the lip. So then let's see your game plan whenever you're dizzy, right? And some teams will be able to respond and wake up to that. Some teams are just going to go to sleep week one, just nap time. And so I would say keep an eye on teams like the Jets, the Jaguars, the Giants, Washington football team, because I feel those are going to be the ones that are going to teeter. They need the momentum early. But all right, other than that, you got any final input here on our first 2021 season Sportscast weekly pick?
Nah, just excited to get it in. Glad to be back. Glad the season's back. Excitement's in the air. We got some hype in the chat. So let's just have a great year. Hopefully no craziness with the COVID or the injuries and stuff like that. Hopefully we have pretty healthy, clean year.
Which we already got. I forgot to talk about tonight. You know, the best lineman over there on Dallas, Zach Martin.
Yeah.
COVID list.
Yeah.
So, yeah, another reason why the Bucks are going to win tonight. So, all right. Well, that's going to do it here from us at Scott Sportscast. Let's get ready for a good season, guys and gals. And we will catch you about this time next week. All right. Have yourselves a good one. Hope your fantasy teams do well. Hope you make some money this weekend. We are out.